Hey guys, hello. Yes, hello everyone. My name is Swapnil, okay, and we'll start the meeting in a while. Yes, people, hello. Yeah, so we have Iram Ahmed. Hey, Ram, and more people are joining. Okay, we'll start the meeting in a while, guys. Okay. But in the meantime, I would like to know. Okay, so we have Diana. Hey, Diana. Okay. So in the meantime, I would like to know, guys. I would like to know from you. What is your inspiration to come for this uh, presentation? Like, are you working already as an English language teacher? Or you want to work as an English language teacher? Okay. Iram, I would like to hear from you, ma'am. And then we have Girthana. Hey, Girthana. A lot of people these days, they want to join this course, okay, because they see there's the amount of work, okay, it's actually increasing. And people all over the world, they started to appreciate Indian English language teachers, or you can say English language teachers of Indian uh, nationality. Yes, guys, it would be great if you just keep your cameras on, okay? And please let me know if you guys are able to hear me well. If not, then I can do something with my settings, okay? Okay, guys. Yes, hey, Rihanna and Kirtana. Hi, guys. Roshni Agarwal. Hey, Roshni. Guys, I would like to know from you, what is your inspiration, okay, to pursue this course? I would like to know what is your motivation, why you want to pursue this course. or how have you heard about this course in general? Yes, Roshni?
Yes.
Hi, Roshni.
Hello.
Yes, hi. If it is possible, please turn on your camera, okay? Because this is a live meeting. Yeah, I would like to know, Roshni, from you, what is your motivation, okay, to pursue this course of TEFL or Tesol course? Are you an English language teacher already?
Yes, I have been teaching English for 4 years. I teach
Okay.
only I teach primary classes,
Okay.
and
And
I'm saying my husband works in Hong Kong,
okay, that's good.
and I'm going to go there soon. So
I see.
I like to teach there as well. That's why I wanted
Mhm.
to do this course. I
Mhm.
think this will help me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It will help you. And would you like to tell us about your students at the moment? So are you working with young learners or maybe teenagers?
No, right now I don't teach anyone. I
Mm-hmm.
I was I I was teaching them before 1 year.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what
And
was the age of your learners?
I used to teach 10, 12 years, 10 to 12 years.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Is it difficult to teach the young learners?
Yes, because they don't know the basics of the English, and they are
Mm-hmm.
still learning the basics, and that's why this is difficult to them. And if you are teaching the
Mm-hmm.
teenagers who get used to the basics, and it is easy to make them understand.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Okay. We have teachers from all over India. We have teachers coming from Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, all the major cities you can name. Okay, so yeah, but do you think and a mathematics teacher, okay, can be a good English language teacher as well?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and why?
A mathematics teacher cannot be a good teacher of English. I don't think so. It's my
Mhm,
opinion. I cannot.
mhm. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay. Yeah, so we have some teachers, okay, of maths and social studies, etc. Okay, they also want to join into this karma, okay, where a lot of success is actually waiting for us, okay. But I think with the good skills, okay, and the right strategies, I think mathematics teacher, okay, can also teach English, okay, but they just need to understand the difference between teaching maths and teaching the language. Okay. Hi.
Teaching
Hey,
math,
Ram. Mm-hmm.
should I answer?
Yes, sure.
Teaching math or teaching English, both are different things because it's a language and it's a calculative thing.
Mm-hmm.
In maths, you need to think more and more. You need to use your brain in an extra way. And English, if there is a written thing, you need to understand it and then make it explain. In math,
Mm-hmm.
you need to make the students brainstorm, not in English. In
Mm-hmm.
English, you make the students get used to the English language. Unless they
Mm-hmm.
practice, they won't get.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I would like to know from Rihanna and Iram. Okay. Do you guys agree with that? Hey, Nitya, we have Nitya
So
Chatpar.
can you
Is
please
that right?
repeat the
Am I?
question? Actually, what's I mean, like, what the actual discussion is going on. Can you please just give me an idea of that?
Yes,
Because I
yes,
was
we
not able
actually
to
are.
hear anything. Yes.
Okay, we are actually discussing if a math teacher can also be a good English language teacher. What's your opinion on that?
See, anybody who has the will to do it can be it. Okay, because see, we I just heard the other person just said that we need to brainstorm in maths. See, it goes for English as well. Whatever you are going to speak, you need to brainstorm unless and until you have gone through that thought process. So you won't be able to just speak. Yes, definitely maths is a calculative thing if we go into that perspective. But then English is again a very, very deep language. Okay, and it has its literature. Then we have poetry. So again, English is something which is kind of vast. You need to think before writing anything. You need to go into such deep processes when you go in for English. So English is just not a written thing. It is
Okay.
not only a skill that like when you are speaking. English is
Okay.
something vast because it's a language. It's a language.
Okay.
It's very, very deep. It's vast.
Okay. Thank you. Yes,
Most
Rihanna,
welcome.
Nitya, Sweta, Anshika. Hi,
Hi, Swapnil. Can
Anshika.
you hear me?
Good
Hi,
Yes, I can hear
Swapnil.
you.
Good afternoon. Okay.
Yes, good afternoon, Rihanna.
I think
Mhm.
what the other person also said, I agree as well. I'm sorry. There are certain points which I would like to pinpoint. What I would say here is um, English is a language. I totally agree. But if you have your concepts clear and if you're able to communicate with the other person, the other person will be able to understand whether it is maths, it could be geography, anything. You would be able to communicate well, make the concepts clear to the people you are talking to, and there would be better understanding. So it would be a two-way process between between two people. So irrespective of what it is, I think English encourages, because it's a language, any language, it encourages you to talk and to think, as well as the other person also to respond. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, hey Shweta, hello. And then we have Anshika,
Yeah,
Mohammed
hi.
Ansari.
Hi, Swapnil. Yeah.
Hi Shweta, Himani Gupta. Hi guys. Yes, Shweta, you actually wanted to say something, I believe. Please go ahead.
No, nothing like that. I was just was about to say that there's a lot of disturbance was coming from your end.
Okay. Okay, fine. I will take care of that. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead with the presentation. Okay, and if you have any questions, okay, while during the presentation, you can just mention that in the chat window. Okay, and we'll take your, we will try to answer your questions. Okay, and if possible, okay, if possible, please turn on your cameras. Okay, that will motivate me as well. Okay, cool. Yes. Hey, Himani. Thank you. Okay, guys. So we have some concepts now, okay? And this presentation, okay, before we go ahead, I would like to make a disclosure. Okay, this presentation is made with a common person in mind. Okay, so maybe some part of it, you might go like, yeah, I know that, but still bear with me. Okay, cool. So English is a foreign language, okay, for us, okay, and also for a lot of people from outside India, okay. I think for Indian people, it's not exactly a foreign language. It's more like a second language. It's an official language, okay. So the treatment or the understanding that we have about English language, okay, is certainly much different than the students who are from, let's say, Korea, okay, or maybe South American countries, East European, okay. So they actually have a very different way to look at English, okay. And this course, okay, it's actually the pathway, I can say, okay, to help you guys understand, okay, what your students need and how to deliver that information. Okay, so let's go for the first slide. Okay, so English as a foreign language is used in use of English by speakers who don't live in English speaking countries, etc. Okay, and there is a big debate on this. Okay, where do our countries stand? Okay, are we the non-natives or natives, or how is it? Okay, once you join the course we can discuss more on that. Okay, so a solid foundation in the main skills that is required to teach English. Okay, that's the as the second language. Okay, that's the first thing. And the second part, okay, that is about the techniques of teaching, okay, these skills, especially when you are teaching a language, any language for that matter. Okay, you cannot just teach the vocabulary or tenses, like the way we received, okay, in our school time. Okay, most of the places all over India, all the students that we have, when I discuss with them, they say like, yeah, we also have that grammar translation method of learning English, where the teacher would just walk inside the room and write the stuff on the board, and then he or she will show you how it works, and then they are going to give you some examples to solve, and then they will check the examples, and that's it, done. Okay, but that grammar translation method is effective only in certain areas, only with a certain level of students. Okay, not with all of them. So now when we are learning this Tefl course, okay, what we are doing is we are trying to check our chances. We cannot forsake, we cannot stay stubborn like, no, I want to work only with the teenagers, or maybe only with the working professionals. You have to be flexible as per the opportunity that comes to your way. Okay, so in that way you should be able to teach English, okay, with the different levels, and as per the different as per the different age groups. Okay, so we will study all of that in this course. Okay, and of course there is a specialized teacher training program, etc., to prepare you as a teacher. Okay, so in short, okay, what we have, okay, if I want to give you the gist, okay, so we will learn what to teach, how to teach, and we will also learn the teacher's role, the student's role, okay, and the psychology of the foreign learner. Okay, yes, so as discussed earlier, okay, it actually helps you to prepare, okay, to do the actual classroom teaching. Okay, a lot of people nowadays, they are teaching English online, okay, because there's all of a sudden there's a huge scope on it. Okay, uh, like because of this pandemic situation, etc. But sooner or later, when the pandemic situation will get normalized, okay, definitely we will have more of the offline lessons again. Okay, so how is it to teach in actual classroom? Okay, that's one area over which we will focus. Okay, and as discussed, okay, what different skills do you need to teach the age groups? Okay, the different age groups. Okay, and most important thing of this course, I think, that is this point number 3 in blue. Okay, explores into the classroom management tactics and how to deal with issues related to student management. Okay, this is where we have actually given a lot of stress. Okay, because if you want to learn how to teach grammar, okay, or how to teach vocabulary, pronunciation, etc., I believe that whole information is there on the internet. Okay, and also there are so many videos on YouTube. Okay, so that's not quite a hassle to learn. Okay, to understand the student management or the classroom management techniques, etc., it's more like it is what comes with the experience. Okay, and in this course we have tried to put a lot of stress or a lot of focus on this area, because we want to give you guys, okay, those, especially those who are new into the language teaching, okay, we want to give you guys the idea of how to handle the classroom. And there are just so many books that are written on this topic. There are books written by university professors and child specialists and neuroscientists. Like so many people have written so much of material on this particular topic. Okay, so instead of going everywhere on the internet trying to find all these small pieces of information, we can give you a lot of that. Okay, in just 2 sessions. Okay. After that, we have the overview of grammar and phonology, okay, which is important in the ESL classroom. Okay. Unfortunately, the way we have learned grammar, okay, or the way we have learned phonology, it's quite not acceptable. Okay, I mean, if we want to teach in the same method, okay, so that's actually not going to be much effective. Okay, so I would like to tell you from my personal experience when I was working in Russia, where I worked for 2 years. Students, they would enroll specifically and only to grammar lessons and only to this pronunciation lessons. Okay, so people are interested to learn grammar and pronunciation. Okay, or we can say voice and accent specifically by paying extra money. Okay, so you can understand the demand that these two topics have, okay? And we can also understand that we need to have a very scientific approach towards teaching grammar and phonology, okay? In this TEFL course, okay, you will see once you will enter the course, okay, you will see that a lot of things they are actually being taught, like you can learn science, okay, like in that way, because TEFL course, okay, or Tesol course, it's more like teaching the language, like teaching a science, okay. So we will explain that more, okay, once you will join the course, because it's quite a long theory to explain that, okay. After that, the scope for Tesol. Okay, now we are here at the end. Okay, this box in the bottom. Okay, Tesol opens up a whole new world of opportunities, and one can be a teacher, coach, trainer, mentor. It can take you to places across the globe, etc. Yeah, guys. So now we have students who are actually taking the course from us. Okay, and they move to some foreign country where they have someone already living. Okay, it can be a friend or their life partner, some family member. Okay, and then they start to find the opportunities over there. Okay, uh, when I was in Russia and when I searched for this course, okay, over there, the price was hoping, you can say 100. It was somewhere around 1,25,000. Okay, back in Russia. So that's the reason I decided, like, okay, I will just come back to India, okay, and I will pursue the course here because we have good educational quality, okay, and the fees over here is quite less. So most of the Indian people, okay, they want to pursue this course in India, okay, and then they want to move out, okay, and yeah, definitely it opens a whole new world of opportunities, okay. Like I worked as a teacher, now I'm working as a trainer, okay. Now there are so many applications, okay, on which you can just find students from any place on this planet, okay, and you can be a personal coach to them, okay. You can be a mentor, and also for your surprise I can tell you, okay, in this course you will also study, okay, the fundamentals of English language lessons, content writing, okay. Now, this is not an official part of this, okay, but the way we have designed the entire syllabus and the way we teach and explain, it is very obvious, okay, that by the end of this course, any person will, when you get the material in your hand, okay, you will be able to analyze it and you will be able to, you will be able to say that if this is the accurate one, or maybe there has to be some changes, etc. Okay, so you will also develop that understanding of writing the content, okay. And as you can understand, these days there are just so many people so many institutes, they actually need a content writer. Okay, so even that door can be open for you. Yes, guys, let me just take some comments, some questions if there are any. Yes, guys, please do mark your attendance. And yeah, Himadi, I hope that now my voice is clear to you, that I am holding my, this mic very close to my mouth. I think it is better now. Okay. Okay, so getting started with Henry Harvin. So this institute, they actually started in 2013. Okay, the base or the origin is in San Francisco, California. Okay, and it is a competency development organization, and it has a presence in India, Sri Lanka, okay, San Francisco, and Beijing, and growing. Okay. Yes. So a bit of history here. Okay, the number of instructor-led training sessions. Okay, so we have 30,000 plus learners. Okay, and 2 lakh. Okay, that's 200,000 plus learners. Okay, who have learned on self-paced training. Okay, so like study on your own. Okay, and this institute or Henry Harvin Education, they're actually providing 80 plus courses with the help of 100 plus vendors. Okay, and they are in partnership with 80 plus colleges all over India. Okay. So we can see that Henry Harvin is quite a big name. Okay, and once you are attached with this, okay, I mean it is easier to gain the certificate or to get the we can say the identity or the recognition. Okay. Yes. Yes, guys. Now the most important area. Okay, the course structure. Okay. So over here, this is where we are going to spend most of our time. Okay. So no, first of all, we are going to study the introduction to English language. Okay, this is quite an obvious one. Okay, and it is in this session, okay, that we can allow the participants or the trainees, okay, to take part and speak more, etc. Okay. After that, teaching process and role of an instructor. Okay. So over here, like we will study what exactly we mean by I can teach English. Okay. Or when you approach any school out of India and when you say to them that yeah, that's my TEFL certificate and I can teach English, what impression are you exactly giving them? What is it that you're making them think about you? Okay, we'll take care of that here. And it's not necessarily the schools out of India nowadays. Like I'm from Pune, and we have so many international schools here. Okay, and they all ask for the TEFL certificate. Okay, so no, we'll see that what impression you make when you say that I'm a TEFL certified English language teacher. Okay, over here we will study not only the roles of teacher. Okay, like a teacher, sometimes you have to act as the resource of all the information. Sometimes you have to act like their friend. Sometimes you have to act like a diagnostician to understand what are the areas where your learners need help, right? So we play all different roles. Okay, and also for the learners, okay, they also have some roles to play. Okay, we'll take care of that as well, and how as an English language teacher we can make them to step into those roles. We'll take care of that. So after that, this topic number 3. Okay, this is again a very important one: teaching young learners. Okay, so teaching young learners is a very big area. Okay, in the ESL industry. Okay, we call this English as a secondary language as industry. Okay, they are using this term as industry because there are some really industry-like standards, and the number of enrollments and the revenue, etc. Okay, it's quite of an industry level. Okay, so when you say I work in ESL industry, okay, so now you need to be aware of about every single detail in the industry. Okay, so you cannot just teach English, okay, to young learners like the way you can teach English, let's say, to teenagers or maybe young adults. Okay, so the approach is very different, and for that reason, you first need to understand what's exactly happening behind those two child eyes. What's exactly happening in their brain. So we first need to get the understanding of that. Okay, so here it is here that we will study a lot of child psychology. Okay, and how you can make the study material relevant to them. Okay, because in case of India, yeah, English is actually considered as an academic language as well. Okay, but at the same time, we have many countries, okay, around the world that actually are just being aware, okay, about learning English or teaching their population or their students, okay, with English language, but they have not inculcated English into the academics, okay. So there are students who already know that even if I perform very poorly in my English exam, that's actually not going to hamper my the annual score, okay, my report card. So they will just get some grades like A, B, C, something like that, but it's not going to get counted in their final result. Okay, so for those learners, it is very difficult for them to pay attention to English language. Okay, and no, my first-hand experience when I was in Russia, very difficult to teach English to the Russian students. Okay, why? Because they just see no use of it. Okay, for them, all the movies are available in Russian, the websites you go to or the application you download, everything is available in Russian. Okay, and they speak with each other in Russian. Okay, so why would they want to learn English, right? So they have no interest in that. So keeping that in mind, once you are aware about how is it to teach young learners, okay, then we can, or I can say any learner can actually come up with different methods of teaching to help the learners, okay, the young learners, okay, to feel interested to learn and practice English, even if it is, even if they don't see any practical use of that language in their immediate life. Okay, so for example, you guys are here, you have some expectations, you have some hopes, you see some use of TEFL certificate, and that's why you're here. Versus that, if let's say you get the TEFL certificate now, and then whatever knowledge you will acquire here, you will have to use that somewhere after in your life, maybe after 5 years. Okay, how many of you would be still here? Right. So that's the same situation with many learners around the world. Okay, so how you can make them interested, that's what we'll learn here. Okay, next thing is teaching pronunciation, phonetics, and phonology. Okay, so now this actually comes for we can say teenagers, okay, or young people, okay, young adults. Why? Because it is after they're 12, 13, okay, they start to listen, to their parents or friends, or maybe in school discussions, they learn that they have to take some exam, okay, like that sounds like IELTS or TOEFL or CELPIT, okay, in order to make it in Canada or US or UK for the higher education, okay. And it is not only in India but all over the world. People, they want to migrate to these English speaking countries because the lifestyle that these countries offer is it's much better. Okay, the social security system is much better. Okay, so people, they want to go there. Okay, and the easiest way to go and to be out of that country is being a student. Okay, so a lot of students, they want to take IELTS and CELPIT kind of exams, and that's where teaching them pronunciations, phonetics, and phonology is going to help them. Okay, because of course they need to take this speaking English tests, etc. And as many as English teachers that I have worked so far, in India, our people are just completely unaware about the IPA, International Phonetics Alphabet. Okay, so or no international phonological alphabets. Okay, so we will take care of that as well. Okay, so that you do not need to listen to someone to tell you the pronunciation of a word. Okay, but you can just read the pronunciation on your own, and how you can transfer that knowledge to your learners. No, so that's the area we'll study here. After that, we have teaching grammar, okay, which is again a very complicated job, okay, and a lot of learners, okay, not only in India but outside as well, they find English language grammar to be complicated, okay. So there are so many different ways with which you can teach your learners the grammar that they have always hated in their life, okay. But our job is to make them feel in love with grammar, okay. Also with vocabulary, a lot of people, they think if they are able to um, if they are able to come up with one word, okay, to a specific activity, something, so they're like, yeah, my vocabulary is good, okay. But that's not really the case all the time, okay. You should also be able to understand in which particular situation you're supposed to use that word, right? There are in English language, no, there are so many words, okay, they mean the same, okay, but you cannot really use that situation, okay. So hey guys, hello. Yes, guys, can you please tell me if you're able to hear my voice? I actually got disconnected from my phone, but I can speak
Yes,
with you guys
yes,
over this
yes,
chat.
yes, we can.
Yes, guys.
Yeah, we
Do
can
let me
hear
know if
you.
you're able to
We
hear my
can
voice.
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, it's audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me just start sharing my computer back again. Yes, guys, can you please tell me if you're able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So let's go ahead. So, what different vocabularies can we use, etc. We'll study here, and then teaching, reading, listening, speaking, and writing. So these are the four skills which are most essential for the students who want to take the IELTS and self-made kind of exams. So we will take care of that as well. Like how are we exactly supposed to teach them these four essential skills in order to help them to crack those exams. Okay, um, and this is actually going to be a very basic of these of training of this skills. Okay, so after that we have lesson planning. Okay, lesson planning is the most essential area. Okay, because if you apply for a job outside India, most probably they are going to ask you to send a lesson plan. They will tell you like, okay, so your, let's say I give you a class of maybe 12-year-old, okay, and their level of English is let's say elementary, okay, and you have 1 hour, and that's going to be the topic. Send me the lesson plan, okay. So that's how they are going to ask you to send the lesson plan. So no, I think it is enough to give you guys the idea like how important is it to be able to create an effective lesson plan, okay, and how the time should be divided, etc. Okay, we'll take care of that here. Okay, and testing and assessment and the resource management, etc. Okay, so there is a difference in between testing and assessment. Okay, so the tests or the exams, okay, they are actually conducted by the schools. Okay, so no, I don't think that an English language teacher has much to benefit from that. Okay, because the question paper is set by someone. Okay, and most probably the result of this exam, okay, they're actually to check their skills. Okay, at the end of the year. Okay, so testing is for the academic purpose, okay, but the assessment, okay, that's where we will spend uh, most of our time when we will be studying this lesson, okay. Assessment is actually informal, okay, and it is for the teacher, okay. When you do the assessment, you understand that what different areas are there that you need to work on in order to help this learner, okay. And they're just, I think, about 20, okay, about 20 assessment techniques, okay. Some are well known, some are just not known at all, okay. So we'll take care of that here. And after that, in the last lesson, okay, we have the resources, material, and digital technology, etc. So, yeah, this area is where we will study what different resources can we use in our ESL lesson in today's technologically advanced classrooms, right? And there are just I can say at least maybe 500 websites, okay, where you can find the resources, but which one of them is actually the most effective, because there's just so much of data on the internet, you know? So instead of you going through all these approximately 500 or more websites, you know, we can tell you the resources, okay, which on which you can rely on, and how you can create your own resources, okay. We'll take care of that as well. And unfortunately, one topic is not mentioned over here, okay, that is about the classroom management, okay, which is again a very essential area, okay. We will study that as well, okay, because how can you take control, or how can you teach English, okay, in a classroom, let's say of 6 and 7-year-old, okay, and just two of them who are the alpha, okay, who are the alpha student. It can be a boy, it can be a girl, but they are alpha, okay. And if they lose attention, if they move from their places, if they are not paying attention to what you're teaching, and they start to run here and there, play, hide, seek, and whatnot. Okay, so how are you going to take control of that behavior? Because that behavior is very, very contagious. Okay, it might take less than a minute for other students, okay, to model the same kind of behavior, right? So how can you take care of that and more of the classroom related issues, and how we can take care of that? Okay, that's what we will study in the classroom management lesson, which is just after lesson planning. Okay, it should come somewhere here. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. So, yeah, so ask the following questions. Why is grammar important, and is grammar the only about errors and making the corrections, etc. So here there are some tips, for you guys to apply. Okay, you can build grammar practice into fun writing assignments. Okay, make funny examples or practice sentences. Make a bulletin board or anchor chart called Why Grammar Matters and have students to contribute on that. Okay, then we have story time. Okay, with grammar concepts, play musical chairs. Okay, with grammar concepts you have been learning. Okay, and dress up as grammar. Okay, so no, I think these are just few sentences mentioned over here. Okay, but to actually put this into practice, okay, it takes quite an effort. Okay, so we will take care of that, okay, like how we are exactly supposed to teach grammar with the help of fun methods, okay. Now these methods or strategies, etc., this information is available on the internet for sure, okay, and you may get a quick success, okay, by applying these things, let's say, in a class or two, okay, but then eventually, as a teacher, we realize that something is not working, and we feel like maybe I should try some other website, some other resource to find more of these kind of you know, teaching grammar with fun kind of concepts. Okay, but the thing that happens, okay, or I can say where we go wrong, is that if we do not know the learner's psychology, okay, or if we do not know how to teach them a particular topic or a particular concept in grammar, okay, so I think it is very unlikely that any of the fun activity can work. Okay, okay, let's go for the next one. So tips for the pronunciation. Okay, so yeah, so this is an area, okay, where we Indian English language teachers need to work a lot. Okay, there are some people that I know personally who have completed their MA in English, etc. So they have really high qualification, okay, but no, when they speak English, the native accent or the first language influence is so visible, okay, that even for me it is very difficult to keep listening to them for more than 5 minutes or so. Okay, so, we Indian English language speakers, we need to work really hard on this, okay? And I'm sure that you guys are aware, like on international level, they make fun of our accent, okay? So we need to take care of that. So how to improve that, okay? First of all, you can just listen to yourself, okay? When you record an audio message, listen to yourself, because when you're speaking, a lot of your brain is actually engaged in explaining the concept, and we tend to take a very least amount of work with our ears, okay, in our own speech, okay. That's why a lot of people, when they hear their own sound, they go like, oh, come on, that's not me, okay, that's not me speaking, because you have never heard yourself, like how you sound in the recording, okay. It's unbelievable, like the sound that when you speak, you hear your own voice, okay, and when you hear your voice in the recording, it's completely different, right? And that's an exercise where which can help us to understand where exactly we are supposed to make changes. Okay, slow down, picture it. Okay, picture it. This is quite a big concept. Okay, so we will take care of this whenever we will be doing the actual course. Watch yourself while speaking. Okay, so I think over here, okay, we are trying to say that be careful, be aware. Okay, a lot of times you teach your students tenses, okay, and maybe this is the 15th class and they're still making mistake in simple past, okay. It's because they're just speaking, okay, spontaneously, not with the awareness of the language. So watch yourself when you're speaking. Practice English, focus on mouth. Okay, so focus on mouth. It's actually it is where we want to teach our learners. Okay, or it is for us. Okay, to learn how to make different oral movements. Okay, like for example, if you say p, or when you say b, okay, or when you say sh, h, right? So you can see all these lip movements, teeth movements, and tongue movement, the jaw. It all works with the different coordination, right? So you should be aware of that and focus on mouth. Like that's the area. Learn how to make a particular sound. Okay, a lot of learners from East Asian countries, they're just not able to make that rhotic r sound. Okay, they are always saying it le. Okay, so you need to help them with that. Okay, and for that you need to teach them how should be their tongue position in order to make that sound. Okay, and of course you can listen to the experts who are speaking. Okay, listen to the native English speakers. Okay, um, find language buddy. Okay, so someone who can help you to practice English. Okay, pay attention to the intonation and stress, and check the spellings. Okay, sing songs. Okay, so we will discuss more on this in the course. Yes, so now teaching, no, when we are studying this classroom management, okay, so of course, when your students, they cooperate with you, that's where, you feel satisfied and you feel like you also have enjoyed the lesson, okay, and classroom management issues are of highest concern. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, because as a teacher, okay, I think it is more important for you to create that rapport, okay, with the help of which you can make your students to obey you. Okay, and we will take care of that in this course. Okay, there are a lot of theories actually. Okay, there is not much to practice in this area, especially for us. In India, we people, we are so well with the philosophy of learning and philosophy of life. And in India, everyone is a mostly, everyone is this motivational speaker. Okay, if you just ask someone for an advice and they come up with a lot of help, right? So we already know a lot, okay, and we can speak on that, okay. But classroom management is such an issue where there are some theories which you need to, understand thoroughly in order to be an effective teacher, okay. That's where we call it as knowledge is freedom, when you are able to understand some things, okay, or when you have the specific knowledge, you can function better, right? Yes, so there are some tips here. Focus attention on the entire class. Okay, don't talk over students' chatter. Silence can be effective. Okay, and use softer voice. Okay, so that students will really have to listen to you. Okay, and direct your instructions so that students know what is going to happen. Okay, so now I can speak on each of these technique for at least 10 minutes. Okay, so we can keep that aside. But I can just tell you about this one. Okay, use softer voice. Okay, what happens is here in India, whenever you are entering in the classroom, you get tips from your fellow teachers or maybe from your principal, course coordinator that speak louder, speak clear, etc. And what happens is we tend to speak louder, okay, to get the attention of all the students, but that actually no, that actually passes a negative message at the same time. Okay, it's like these students, okay, they're just gossiping something. Okay, they're gossiping something, and you're there, okay, standing in front, and you raise your voice. Am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Okay, so that's what you are supposed to do, and you keep raising your voice, okay, and students a lot of times they take you for a ride. Okay, they were like, no teacher, I was not clear. I mean, I was not able to hear it. No, I'm sorry. So they trick you a lot of times. Okay, and you end up in raising your voice. Okay, and in the entire class the attitude is like, yeah, even if we don't pay attention, the teacher, she is going to speak louder and she's going to repeat herself. So not to worry, let's discuss this and then we'll pay attention. Okay, so that's kind of the silent discussions that happens among the students. Okay, So we'll take care of that as well. Okay, how a softer voice can help you to be more effective in the classroom, and how silence can be effective. Okay. Yes. So there are some tips for the presentation skills. Okay, I think presentation skill is quite a very obvious area. Okay, because you can learn about that on YouTube as well. Okay, but let's just quickly go through it. Okay, so no, you should not be shy. Okay, your voice should be it should actually be in a way that should catch the audience attention. Okay, like the intonation in your voice. Okay, no, a lot of time, like when you are changing the intonation, okay, you convey a lot of different messages, right? So that should be there. Okay, and a good body language, that's also effective, and keep the presentation short. Okay, because if it is too long, then it is guaranteed. No matter how good you are, how good a presentation or a presentator you are, okay, you are going to lose their attention if it is too long. Okay, so here, okay, in the lesson planning, okay, we have some phases. Okay, so if you guys want, you can just ask for the PPT. Okay, because I think this particular area is actually a very important. Okay, so the lesson planning, it has to be something like before the class, during the class, and after the class. Okay, and stage one, okay, or phase one, that should be introduction, foundation, brain activation, okay, body of the new information, clarification, practice and review, okay, and independent practice and more. So, with these 8 steps, okay, you can plan a lesson very effectively. Okay, so it depends on you. How would you like to give the introduction of the subject? Okay, and how would you like to check their concepts? Okay, um, what things can you assign them for the brain activation area? Okay, so on and so forth. So, as I explained earlier, we have an entire lesson on this. Okay, so we will be studying lesson planning for 4 hours. Okay, so this slide that we see here, it cannot be explained in just 2 minutes. Okay, but if you want, you can request for this PPT. Okay, and this information will come to you. Okay, so now this is very important. Okay, young versus adult learners. Okay, so the young learners, they are autonomous, are they? No. Okay, the the adults, okay, they are autonomous, but the young learners, they are not. Okay, other than that, we can see young learners. Okay, they are actually curious to curious to learn the new concepts on their own. Okay, but adults, they need help. Okay, because they don't want to waste their time in experimenting, right? So how can you take a different approach when you're working with young learners and when you're working with the adult learners? Okay, and young learners, they want to depend more on their imagination. Okay, but adult learners, they actually want to depend on the results. If I'm investing 15 minutes of my time, if I'm investing 30 minutes of my, what am I getting in return, right? So that's how we all think. So how can you engage your adult learners versus the young learners? Okay, and more of these concepts. Okay, and young learner, okay, they are not, no, they are very unlikely to feel anxiety whenever you are giving them some task in the classroom, versus the adult learners, they are going to feel anxiety. Okay, because what if I make some mistake and my fellow students laughs at me? Okay, so that's the anxiety. Okay, I mean, the role that anxiety plays in the classroom. Okay, that's also an essential to understand. Okay, motivation, discipline. Okay, like how can you keep your young learners versus your adult learners motivated and in discipline? We'll study that, and the life experience. Okay, young learners, they have no life experience versus adults, they have life experience. They have studied language, some language in their school time. Okay, so they know they have the experience like, yeah, at the moment it's not going to work for me, at the moment it's not, I'm not able to understand, but later I will understand that. So first, I need to put some efforts in practicing this concept. Okay, so an adult can come up with this understanding, right? And they can willfully invest time in some activity, okay, which makes no sense to them at the moment, right? But that's not going to be the case with young learners. Okay, they just don't know how this thing can work even in future, and why would they even need it. So teaching young versus adults is very different. Okay, and we should take care of that. Okay, and that's another area that we'll learn in this course. Yeah, so here, learning needs versus personal needs. A simple example, as we are actually running out of time. Okay, so let's say if you're teaching your learners passive voice. Okay, and let's consider that this is a batch of uh, teenagers, okay, maybe 14 years of age. Okay, now in order to teach them passive voice, their previous concepts with the tenses, okay, they all have to be very clear. Okay, if not, then they are going to experience a lot of difficulty, or I can say, it will be impossible for them to understand the passive voice, right? So in that case, the learning need, okay, is to understand tenses first, okay, and then they will be able to understand the passive voice, okay. So as a teacher, we should be able to understand what is the learning need. Okay, so as a teacher, we should be able to understand what is the learning need for our learners, okay. And the personal need, okay, this is, it can be about the way they understand the concept, okay. So maybe for them, learning the stuff, let's say in one go, okay, that can be difficult. So they might need a lot of practice in order to understand that concept. Okay, so that can be their personal need. A personal need can be of, we can say, um, I can say personally it can be of the recognition in the classroom, right? So whenever you're working with teenagers, as you can understand, that teenagers, and they have a lot of competition amongst each other, and there's always this jealousy happening in the classroom, etc. So a lot of times the teenagers, they are actually hungry for recognition. Okay, so as a teacher, we should be able to understand that if I praise this student, okay, this learner, like, yeah, you have good reading skills, okay, or no, wow, you came up with that answer so quickly. So you're satisfying their ego, you're satisfying their need of recognition, okay, and then you can bring them back to the topic, okay. Once that need or that hunger of egoism satisfied, they can pay attention to the learning, okay, easily. Versus if that need is not satisfied, they are just trying to find a chance, okay, to interrupt in the class, okay, or they're just trying to find a way to disturb all of the students in order to make make everyone to realize that, yeah, I exist here. So as a teacher, we should be able to understand these two things as well. Okay, guys, so we have these different courses. Just give me a second here. So different certifications. Okay, so we have TEFL, okay, Tesol, and then we have teaching English as second language, okay, and CELTA. Okay, so amongst all these courses, okay, right now we are discussing about TEFL and Tesol. Okay, so Tesol is actually, it is being offered by the Board of Canada. Okay, so in other way they say it like Tesol by Board of Canada. Okay, and TEFL, it is actually it's actually an Americans American Teachers Association. Okay, so they actually provide this course. So that's the that's some more information about it. Okay, so yes, so as discussed earlier, we have a lot of scope after these courses. Okay, and just want to give you guys a good news. Okay, on Korean government's website to the education ministry website. Okay, now they are officially accepting Indian English language teachers if they satisfy the criteria. Okay, so previously it was only for these native English language teachers. Okay, so people from US, UK, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland. Okay, they were the only people who were actually able to get the official job in South Korea. But nowadays, even Indian English language teachers can qualify for that. Okay, so there is some criteria. One of the criteria is that you must be TEFL certified English language teacher, and you should have some education. Let's say from seventh standard onwards, you should have you must have studied in English. So I believe that is we all actually satisfy that criteria, right? Okay, so after this course, you can also work as an IELTS trainer, okay? Because whenever we are going to study these four skills, okay, listening, speaking, reading, writing. Believe me, it is actually helping you to prepare to become an IELTS trainer. Yeah, after that, you can also become an entrepreneur. Just a few days ago, I received an email and I spoke with this person, and she said that if you're a trainer, we can provide you this online platform. We can give you the application and the website and everything. We'll take care of all the e-commerce job, and you should just be there and teach English, make money. So and they are just giving it for the subscription price of 3,000 per month. Can you believe that? In 3,000 per month, I can have my website, my application. I can invite students to download my to download the application and view the video recordings. There is quiz. I mean, you can just do so many things, right? So after this course, I believe that you will feel like, yeah, I would want to be an entrepreneur instead of just working for someone else. Okay, so that job opportunity is open for you. Okay, yeah. So other than that, we have this Urban Pro and at least 20 different applications. Especially when it comes to English language teaching, there are just more and more applications coming. Okay, so where you can just download that application, fill the form, etc., and then you just need to record a video, let's say of a 2 or 3 minutes, okay, giving you introduction, and then boom, that's it. They will show that video and they will arrange a demo lesson, and you can get work. I have a student in the current batch that I'm actually teaching right now with this TEFL course, and she has already got 3 students. She completed only 2 lessons. Can you believe that? Okay. She completed only first 2 sessions, and she has students from Korea. Okay, so that's a good thing. Okay, so that thing is also available, and there are so many other applications. I will be able to tell you more about this in the course. Okay, and yeah, so you can go for the further or higher education as well. Okay, and especially this one. Okay, because this is in the big box here. Yeah, because it has more scope. Okay, working as a teacher. Okay, in the kindergartens or in the international schools, etc. Believe it or not, it might sound a bit less. Okay, like working as a teacher in kindergartens. Okay, but that's actually where most of the job opportunities are. Okay, it is estimated that all over the world at the moment, like in 2021, the number of people who want to learn English all over the world, that population is 1.3 billion. So that's the population of the size of our country. Can you believe that? That so many people all over the world, they want to learn English, and 70% of that population is the young or very young population. Okay, so I think no, if you're following these Facebook pages, okay, they are just constantly posting the job opportunities which are there in Asian countries and in the Middle East, especially in the international schools. And the job requirement is of a kindergarten teacher. Okay, and it doesn't mean that you will, if you start as a kindergarten teacher, you will end up on the same position. Okay, there's just a lot of scope. You can go for the higher positions as well. Okay, and after that you can also associate with these website that actually provide the resources. Let's say you have worked with kindergartners for 2-3 years, you have the experience, you know the psychology, you can design the material, you are good into in terms of content writing, etc. So you can get a job with these kind of websites, okay, or these kind of course designers, okay, and you can contribute your efforts over there, and you can make good money there, okay. And we actually have Indian people who are doing all these jobs, okay, everything that I have mentioned. Okay? Our teachers are working in all these areas. Okay, so program features. So we have 40 hours of instructor-led training sessions. So that is like 4 hours each. Okay, so we have 10 sessions. Previously it was 9. Okay, but like we are experimenting and we are trying to gauge if how we can make this course more suitable, more effective, etc. So we have increased the number of hours. So instead of 36, now it's 40. Okay, you are getting 40 hours of learning. Okay, that is with real life trainer. Okay, not the video recording, but someone like me sitting on this side of the computer training you guys. Okay, so real life online virtual training. Okay, and then you have these 12 boot camp sessions monthly. Okay, so these are kind of the brush up sessions, and besides that, we also organize a weekly session. Okay, so every week we meet once for an hour or two, and the teachers who are interested to practice their teaching skills, excuse me. So the teachers who are interested to practice their teaching skills, they can actually join this kind of session on Zoom, most probably, and you get, let's say, 20 minutes. And the way we have just studied about the lesson planning, etc. So you can just consider all the rest of the students, okay, as your student, and try to teach. And at the end, we give you feedback like what worked, where you can make some improvements, etc. So we have this kind of a Tesol or Tefl community working as well. So every week we are having sessions like that, and 12 sessions, like from the date of enrollment, there will be 12 months. You get the subscription of a year. Okay, so once a month you will get a boot camp. Yes, and then you have these assignments and project work. Okay, so in order to complete this course, okay, you have to complete 4 assignments. You have to take 3 quizzes. Okay, and there is an exam, and the trainer will also give you some extra work to do. Okay, so there is lot to study. There is lot to practice. Okay. Yes, so on completing of the program, okay, what you will get is you will have the certificate, okay, and this certificate will actually have the registration number, because nowadays, people or the institutes, they want to keep things very transparent, right? What if we are just some people pretending to work for Henry Harvin, right? So on the certificate, you will get that registration number, and you can verify that number by going onto the parent company's website. Okay, so that kind of a certificate will be given to you. Okay, and of course, you will have a lot of cultural understanding of people coming from different countries, or even in India, but they are, if they are coming from different states, etc. Okay, you will be able to demonstrate the empathy for students, okay, because there is a lot to learn in terms of child or students psychology, okay, or the learner's mentality. So this thing is very obvious after this course. You will have a new way or new perspective to look at your students, okay. Yeah, and definitely at the end, the boundless job opportunities. Okay, so if you're, let's say, if you're a mom, okay, if you're looking for a job from home, definitely English language teaching is the best one. Okay, and you can customize this job as per your needs. Okay, and as I already discussed, there are so many applications. You will find yourself in a situation where you have to reject Okay, we reject these students. We already have some students, okay, who are saying no to the new inquiries because they want some personal life time, etc. So be ready for that kind of an engagement, okay? And you can also be able to enhance your productivity by adopting the effective class and time management techniques, okay? So at the end, you will also get the first hand experience from teachers. Okay, our experienced teachers, they will give you their insights. Okay, so it's not necessary that you should learn everything by not doing it on your own. Okay, or making mistakes by yourself. A lot of times you can just learn it from others. Okay. Yes, guys. So that's how the dividation of the course fees is. Okay. There is a training fee, as you can see on the screen. There is self-paced videos. Okay. Examination fees, certifications. Okay, and then lifetime membership. Okay. E-learning and LMS portal access. Okay, and monthly boot camps and unlimited access to multiple teachers. Okay. Yeah. So this area. Okay. Unlimited access to multiple teachers. Okay. Or traders. Okay, what do we mean by this is we have all these sessions being recorded, okay, which you can find on this LMS page. So you can just go there and you can study from other traders as well. Okay, and I believe every trader or every teacher has something new to offer. Right? So you can study from other teachers as well, but those sessions will be recorded. Okay, so on the left hand side, you can see the original price, okay, and on the right hand side, okay, that's the actual offer price right now. So that is 26,500 for the entire course, okay. Cool. And for more information about this, you can contact the person, okay, the relationship manager, okay, who called you. Yes, guys, and for any more information, okay, these are some contact details, okay, where you can contact and ask for some help, okay, or I think the person who called you for this session, okay, they will get back in touch with you. Okay. And at the end, that's the Facebook and Twitter and YouTube channel, okay, where you can follow us, okay, to keep, to to update yourself with the latest happenings. Okay. Okay, guys. So let me take this back. Yeah. Yes, guys. So let's keep this for reference. And now I'm ready for your questions. Yes, guys. If anyone wants to ask something, or if you need
Yes, sir.
any,
Yes, sir.
uh,
Yes.
yes, please go on.
Yeah, this is Ali. This is Ali from Srinagar.
Hi,
Was
Ali.
wishing to go in today's. See, I have got students from all over the world, and I was trainer outside for a couple of years. My first question is: most of the universities and colleges and schools, academicians and management generally don't entertain online degrees. So if this is online, so I mean,
Mhm.
this won't benefit too much. If this is on campus, so this is not affordable this time going to campus and getting room there, accommodate and do this course. So what
Mhm.
are the options? What type of degree are you going to provide us, and what should be the duration?
Yes, sir. So as discussed earlier, okay, we are having 10 sessions with you, okay. So I think the entire um, trading module, okay, it will be completed within a month or so, okay. And then you have to take the assignments and the exam, etc. And there are some boot camps as I have explained, okay. And the actual certificate, okay, it might take 2 months, okay, from the time of enrollment, okay, for you to get that certificate. And yes, now because of this pandemic situation, okay, we are operating online at the moment. But unfortunately, I have to disagree with what you said that the schools or the academicians they do not entertain the online degrees.
Sir,
So
may I ask? See, the thing is this: 2 month course is not sufficient for building a career. what my question is, Tesol course was, I think, a 1 year course earlier. If I'm not wrong, and 2 months course will not entertain us for career build upliftment. So that is first thing. Second thing is online degrees are not so valuable, as I told you. So, what is? Do you have? I mean, any other criteria, or you are just this session is all about picking up 2 months course and getting this 26,000 rupees, and you are giving only certificate for 2 months course, TESOL or TEFL? What is it?
Yes, sir. So as much as my knowledge is considered, okay, the TEFL or TESOL course, it is the standard course. It is considered of 120 hours only. Okay, so maybe you are talking about some other course which might take 12
Talking
months.
about
Okay,
diploma course. I'm
but
talking
the
about diploma course. 120 hours course is not so standardized. For example, I have got students in South Korea. They are not entertaining this 120 hours course.
okay. But I have a student in my current course, as I explained earlier. She took only 2 lessons. She actually doesn't even have this certificate in her hand. Okay, she cannot say that I'm TEFL certified, and she has 3 students from South Korea. Okay, so I believe that more or less it's also about our skills to do the presentation, etc. And I'm not no, I'm not saying or I'm not judging your skills. Okay, I'm just speaking in general. Okay, that certification is mandatory. Okay, but it's not the proof of employment. Okay, more of it depends on your skills. Okay, and to learn more skills, we are offering you the education over here. But I have to stand on my box. Okay, I have to stand on my position. Okay, I unfortunately I do not agree with you that the online certification
No
is
worries,
not
no worries.
anything,
So yeah,
because
yeah,
nowadays the
you are quite right, and I mean, we can disagree at the thing. So now my last question is, do you offer course for TEFL also?
yes, sir. So we have discussed about the TEFL course here. Okay, TEFL and TESOL. Okay, the syllabus is exactly the same. Okay, but the certificate that you get, okay, TESOL certificate, it comes from the board of Canada. Okay, and the this TEFL certificate, it has been approved by the Americans, American Teachers Organization, etc. Okay,
I do
so
know that. Is that also 120 hours course?
no, sir. So what the thing is that in this particular course, okay, you can study for both the courses, okay, but you have to take the extra examination for the TESOL certification. Okay, so TESOL or TEFL, both are 120-hour courses. Okay, and both have the same syllabus, etc. But it depends. Okay, let's say if you want to go to Canada, for example. Okay, if you have the immigration done, everything is ready, and you want to go to Canada and teach English. Okay, so in that case, it's good if you have this TESOL certificate. Okay, and there are some countries which are exclusively associated with the universities coming from Canada. Okay, so those countries might ask you for the TESOL certificate. Okay, other than that, most of the countries, in my understanding, they are associated either with the UK universities, okay, or the American universities. So TEFL certificate would just work fine for you.
Yeah, and last question is, do we have to pay a one-time payment?
I'm not the right person to talk about the payment, sir. So after this call, or sorry, after this meeting, you will receive a call from this person, okay? And they will be the exact person to discuss about that, okay?
Thank you
I
for
take
your
care
time
of
and
the academic
cooperation.
area.
Okay.
Thank you for your information. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. This is Mohammed Ahmed speaking on behalf of Iram Arif. You wanted to know some things. First and foremost, the accreditation of this course will be by TESOL.
Yes, sir. Can you please repeat that?
I just wanted to know the accreditation. This course is accredited?
Yes, sir. You actually get the accreditation from American Teachers Association.
For
Okay.
TEFL or for TESOL?
Yeah. For TEFL.
Okay, and for TESOL?
For TESOL, there is an extra examination that you need to take. Okay,
Okay.
and that accreditation will definitely come from the Board of Canada.
So if I need to appear for that extra examination which you're talking about that TESOL Canada, so
Mhm.
is this course which I need, which we are talking about right now, is this mandatory to go through this course and then only we'll be able to kind of be eligible for that TESOL extra exam, or can we go for that directly as well?
No, so after this course, you can just apply for the TESOL exam immediately after
So
that.
before appearing for the TESOL exam, this course is mandatory. Is it binding?
Well, I cannot say it is mandatory. Okay, if you are
No,
all
sir. No,
skilled
sir.
with it,
Yeah, one can directly. Everybody is eligible actually.
Okay,
yes.
then what will be the relevance of this course actually? So it will be a kind of in-house certificate or something. I mean, if it's not kind of making us eligible for the TESOL Canada certificate, then what will be the significance of this course which you are going through?
Mhm. So you see, sir, this particular course, okay, on behalf of Henry Harvin, okay, you are going to get the certificate which is accredited by American Teachers Organization or the association, okay. So the TEFL
So it's
certificate is
kind of a
there, okay.
preparatory
Yes,
thing
it is
for
actually a
TESOL.
preparatory course. Yes. And other than that, I would like to tell you, okay, let's say, for example, if you want to take IELTS or TOEFL or maybe CELPIP, etc. So
Mhm.
do you need to prepare for all these examinations from different exam centers or from different institutes? No, no. You can just prepare for one exam and then according to the other examination or the format and what are the areas where they put more stress, etc. You can do that self-study and you can apply for that other exam as well. Okay, so same is the thing. Okay, we are actually giving you the education, okay, which is of 120 hours in-house TESOL, sorry, TEFL certification, okay. But the same education is actually necessary or essential to crack the TESOL exam as well.
Okay, matlab that means I post this course, I cannot say I am TESOL certified, right? Unless or until I appear for that TESOL exam, I cannot
Mhm.
say I'm TESOL certified.
Yes, sir.
And
So
even
that is
that will be the
something.
same. That will be the same case when it comes to TEFL as well. I cannot say I'm TEFL certified educator. I cannot say that, right?
Yeah, if you go only for the TESOL examination, then no, you cannot say that I'm TEFL certified.
No, no.
Okay.
I'm
Mhm.
choosing either of the two. Say, for example, I'm going for TEFL.
Mhm.
So post this course which you are kind of offering us, can I
Mhm.
say post completing this course, I am a TEFL certified educator? Can I say that?
Yes, yes, definitely. You will be TEFL certified educator,
But
and
that won't be the case when it comes to TESOL, right?
that won't be the case with TESOL. And if
Okay.
you ask for the for this
Okay.
person, the
So if I go for a
relationship
vis-a-vis
manager,
comparison between TEFL and TESOL, I mean, which one should be preferred, to be frank? I'm not too sure as to what is the basic difference between the two. But which should be
mhm.
the one I should be going for, TEFL or TESOL?
Yes, I would like to give an example for this. Okay, forgive me for answering this question with a question. Okay,
Never
but
mind.
how many times have you heard of CELPIP exam?
Which,
Or no, at least in India, not many people they are aware of self-it. Okay,
no,
but
no.
a lot of them are aware about no, first of all IELTS and then second TOEFL, and no, very
Yes,
few
yes.
are aware about self-it because self-it is the exclusive exam that you need to pass in order to get the Canadian PR. Okay,
Okay.
so in the same way, TESOL comes from board of Canada, and as I explained earlier, some countries are associated with the universities from Canada, so they entertain or they ask for the TESOL certificate.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
as we discussed earlier, okay, it's American popular culture that people follow all over the world, and the
Mm-hmm.
American
Mm-hmm.
accent that they want to learn, and
Mm-hmm.
TEFL it's also actually coming from the American Association. Okay, so
Okay.
all over the world, if you want to measure the impact, okay, or the if you want to check the scope, TEFL
Okay.
actually has more of the actual recognition. Okay,
Okay. So
And
just to
besides that,
sum it up, means if I go for this course and post the completion of this course, I do not need to give any other extra exam if I need to be called a TEFL certified educator. Am I right?
no, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Very true.
So when it
And
complete this course, I'll be a TEFL certified educator. I don't need any extra certification. I can apply for countries which are accepting TEFL. But when it
yes,
comes to
that's right.
TESOL, I'll have to get an extra. I'll have to give an extra exam, and then I'll be called a TESOL certified educator. Is that making sense? I mean, is that what
Yes, sir.
you
That's
should be
exactly right.
perceiving?
That's exactly right. And I
Okay.
just want to add to your knowledge, sir, that in at least for the online jobs that I check at the moment, okay, or even when I was in Russia, okay,
Mhm.
saying that I'm a TEFL certified, it's okay, okay. I mean, no, I was actually a TESOL certified teacher as well, okay,
Hmm.
but I hardly or I rarely mention that, okay,
Okay.
because that the listeners, they are expecting, or they are more familiar with this TEFL term, okay,
Hmm.
than with the TESOL, okay.
Okay.
And in the lot of jobs, okay, which are there online at the moment, as we see, they say, if you should be TEFL slash TESOL 120-hour
Okay.
certified course, no?
So 120 is kind of the minimum, right? This is the
Yeah.
minimum, and this is kind of acceptable. I'm not. I don't know.
Yes,
Whether
yes,
there
it
are
is
any
acceptable.
concerns regarding this that 120 hours is too less? Is that the case?
No, sir. As far as my knowledge is concerned, okay, no one
120
can
is
take
the
an
kind of
objection on that.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, and
And
this is not a this is a kind of a webinar based teaching, right? I mean, live
yes,
sessions. They
yeah,
won't be
it's
recorded
going to be the
sessions.
online course. Yeah, it's
Okay,
going to be the
because
online
I think
session.
webinar based sessions is some way. I mean, what do you call live recorded sessions is something which is kind of not acceptable very much, right? If I'm not wrong in this, because
It
whosoever
depends.
I've heard from that if they're kind of giving recorded sessions, pre-recorded sessions, that is kind of not acceptable. But this is live, right? You'll
Yeah,
be
yeah, it's going to be live
webinar based
sessions.
sessions.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of being more or less like a classroom session. It's just that the mode of delivery will be online.
Yes, sir, that's right. And
Hmm.
as discussed earlier, we have 40 hours of classroom sessions, okay?
Hmm.
And the remaining hours you have to complete with the help of self-study, etc., and with the help of the assignments that you will complete. So based on all of that, they count, okay, that 120 hours are completed, and accordingly you
Hmm.
will be certified.
So out of 120 hours, only 40 will be live.
Yes, sir. And these 40 hours, they are actually going to be quite an intense sessions. Okay, so
Okay.
whatever you will be able to learn in these 4 hours each session, okay, you have a lot of material available on the LMS page where you can just go on, hang on there, just explore the material, okay, explore the videos which are available on the internet, sorry, on the LMS page by the previous trainers, etc. So it's more of the self-study.
Okay.
Mhm.
And one more thing, one last question that I'll be asking is that since the person who's kind of thinking to enroll for this course, she has been teaching for a while now, and she has been already into teaching for more than 9-10 years, and she has been kind of teaching higher classes as well. So will this course be kind of useful for her as well, in the sense that she's teaching higher classes as well, or is it for kind of PRTs or uh, lesser class teachers, junior class teachers, something like that?
No, I think it will be effective. It will be helpful for this person as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for all the information.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Andy. Yes, Priya, I'm sorry to keep you on hold for quite a long time. I'm ready to listen to you, Priya. Hi, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, you
Actually,
are.
I'm on train, so I think my network is not too strong. So I'll just
Hmm.
make it very short and crisp. I just want to ask you that after the completion of the course, do you help us with the placements also?
Yeah, so
Am I
in the Harvin, yeah. Henry Harvin website or the Henry Harvin company, okay, they are helping you with the placements as well, okay. But if you want to talk more about that, then you will receive a call from the relationship manager, okay, because I can talk for the academics, okay, but I cannot talk about the placements and the administration. Okay. So you will get a call from the relevant person to whom you can
Okay.
ask all these questions.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, in
Mm-hmm.
short, to answer your question, in short, yes, they are assist. No, there is this
Okay.
placement assistance is provided to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, Priya, thank you. Okay, yes, yes, guys. Do we have any other questions? We have Amandeep Kaur. Okay, Anand Reddy is there. Dipendra, Faiza, Helen, and I spoke with Mr. Ahmed. Okay, I spoke with Priya, Rihanna, hey Rihanna, and Shivani, Prabhakar. Yes, guys. Do you have any questions? If not, then I think
Yeah,
let's do.
I have one
Okay.
question. I am Sangeeta. Hello.
Yes,
I
Sangeeta.
just
Hi.
wanted, because there's a conflict going on with this 120-hour course.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that I am actually a bio teacher? How
Mm-hmm.
is it that I will get an English teaching job? Tell me. And what type of jobs, what type of job avenues do you have on a global platform? Moreover, we are non-native English speakers, right? I was just
Mm-hmm.
Googling, and there is limit for non-English speaking country teachers. I'm basically, I want to enroll for teaching, upscaling my teaching jobs abroad. So tell me, I'm into two minds, and I'm not able to understand how 120 hours. I'm not very good in English also. I can
Mm-hmm.
speak English. My medium of instruction was English. I can teach in English, but why should I take up this English teaching, whereas my core area is biology?
Okay, ma'am. So, no, if it is, if you want to teach English, okay, then it should be your choice. Okay. I'm
No,
not
is it a
asking.
requirement? Is it a requirement that if I have to apply for my particular subject, I need to be a TEFL certified? Because I have
No.
seen on IGCSE sites, I can read right now. IPC Phuket School international program. We are looking for NES social studies geography teacher. Benefits etc. has been given. Salary whatever for. Then they are saying teaching experience. Cambridge, TEFL, Tesol, or CELTA is an advantage. So why are they asking for this TEFL for a geography teacher? That's my
Mm-hmm.
question.
Okay. So, you see, I hope you're okay if I speak openly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You see, the kind of education that we have in India, okay, is, it's of not, acceptable standards. Okay. And,
But
then,
Indian teachers are doing exceptionally well, especially in US, right? That I know. They are doing, except they are the most committed and dedicated teachers. So, and of course, our this is an international language. Our medium form of instruction in school was English. So why are they underrated? That's my question. Because when you apply to jobs in Dubai, they will say not only native English speakers required. Why? So this is what is a conflict within me, which is stopping me for taking that your course. And moreover, I am 60-year-old. I have my age, and but I am continuing with my school. I'm very enterprising. I have my PhD degree. I have authored books, etc. Just as an exploring, I wanted to explore. Abhi to corona hai. We will see post corona what.
okay. Mhm.
So how you said you give this assistance in acquiring a job. So do you have cases like me? I'm just putting up, you just understand me as a case. If I
Mhm.
take up this course, what is my scope for getting a job in
Yes, Sangeeta.
international?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would like to tell you that to discuss more on this, okay, you will receive a call from the relationship manager.
Right.
So at the moment, what I can tell you, okay, first of all, as I requested, okay, for your permission, if it is okay, if I be open, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Indian teachers are doing really good. Okay, Indian people are good with English. We are good
Mm.
in terms of software, science, and all of that. Okay,
Mm.
but when it comes to the classroom teaching, okay, what happens is a lot of Indian English language teachers coming from, let's say, tier two or tier three cities, okay, they are actually not up to the mark, okay, on the international level. Okay, so
Agree.
our students,
Agree.
yeah, our
Yeah.
students are happy. Okay, our students are happy. The school administration is happy. Everything is good. Everything is working well for them.
Mm.
Okay, when it comes to when it comes to teaching on international platform, there are certain standards that are expected. Okay, and that's where I think even for the for the geography teacher, they ask for the TOEFL certification. And believe me, it's not only happening like against us, okay, for Indian, etc. When I was back in Russia, people used to come up with the same queries. Okay, my friends, okay, they are also pursuing this kind of TOEFL or TESOL courses. Okay,
Mm.
the thing is that in the less developed countries, or we can say the developing countries, okay, versus the first world countries, okay, like the English speaking one, okay, there is a huge difference in between the everyday communication, okay, the way you teach, the way you approach teaching, etc. Okay, it's because over there, like here in India, if you want to learn English or maybe science or maths, you can find a teacher who can teach it to you for free. Okay, but that is not the case over there. Okay, they have a very high standards because they charge very high fees. So they have made their standards of education kind of a symbol. Okay, and people all over the world, they aspire. Okay, so they want the teacher who can teach like that, right? And that is the reason I think even for the geography teacher, they're asking if you're TOEFL certified, because in this TOEFL course, okay, I can say that 35% of 40% of this course is about teaching English. Okay. Other than that, the remaining 60% course is about teaching. It's about learning your learners' needs, their psychology,
Classroom management.
classroom
Yeah.
management, and all
Yeah.
of that. And I think that area is going to be quite the same for every subject. Okay.
But don't you think this is your experience helps you in being more progressive? I am teaching in a very progressive school, very progressive school, and I think it's one of the best schools to work in because of the freedom that I get and because of the freedom that children get to speak their mind. So you can't say there is a hard and fast way of teaching. The basic purpose is the children should like you, which I feel you get those vibes, you get the right
Hello.
be an that should not be an issue at all.
Mhm.
That should not be an issue at all. Uh, and one more last question: which countries preferably teaching job? Which countries are? Is it South Asian countries only? Because what I see is Vietnam, I see Mongolia, I see Kazakhstan, all these
Mhm.
countries, Thailand, Phuket, all those countries. Generally, the posts are advertised for these countries.
Mhm.
Maybe African countries also. These are the countries that I could see. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sangeeta ma'am, thank you. Yes, guys. Do we have any other questions? Yes, Abhiti, Amandeep, Faiza, Helen. Okay, guys. So as I see no questions, so let's close this meeting here. Okay, and if you come up with any other questions, so I think you will receive a call. Okay, and you can speak more with that person. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you. It was nice interacting with all of you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.